Imagine there's a vacant house right next door to yours, and all of a sudden you get a new neighbor. Now imagine a random dog that you never seen before coming up to your porch, your lawn, pooping right in front of your stairs. Now imagine you trying to figure out whose dog is this every single time you see it. You try to take pictures of it, but it run away. You try to grab it, but it run away. You try to ask people whose dog this is, but no one knows. Now imagine you seeing your new neighbor walk a small hairy dog that looks just like the dog that you have been trying to catch every single morning. What would you do? What would your initial reaction be? Would you go up to your neighbor and tell her, hey, that dog been pooping in my lawn? Would you take a picture of the dog? What would your initial reaction be? Okay, I want you guys to imagine all of this, because if it haven't happened to you, I want to let you know it happened to me, okay? And this is how I reacted when it first happened, and this is how I was able to grow and learn from this situation. Short story time. So after me seeing this poop in front of my porch like all these times, I was on a hunt. I was on a real life hunt. I was either trying to catch the dog, or I was trying to catch someone walking the dog, so that way I can confront them about what's going on. So this one day I go outside and I see the dog. It's staring at me, I'm staring at it. I start creeping closer because I'm like, I'm about to catch you, and your owner gonna have to tell the landlord or something that they lost their dog, so that way I can see who the owner was. You see, I wasn't in my right mind. I was in the mind like, oh yeah, I'm so heated. I was acting off of emotion. One day, I see one of my neighbors who used to live at the spot that I'm in now with a dog that looked exactly like the one I've been trying to catch. So it's like 7 a.m. I go up to her and I'm like, hey, you've been letting your dog out and not watching it. It's been running back down to my house, pooping in front of my lawn. And she's like, oh no, that's not my dog, you don't know what my dog looked like. So I was like, okay, well, bring your dog outside and I'll be the judge of that. She didn't want to bring the dog outside because we had a few words back and forth, and one of the last words that she said to me was, oh, are you gonna buy my dog a leash? What you mean buy your dog a leash? Are you subliminally telling me that you have been letting your dog just run around all willy-nilly, just free range like a chicken or something? Like, okay. So, mind you, she said that to me. I go back home because I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm not about to argue with this lady. I just wanted to know if it was her dog, just so I can tell her what's going on. Like, I at least wanted the lady to just clean it up if it did happen, like, or just watch your dog, because since you used to live here, if you just randomly let your dog out, your dog might come back to a place where it's familiar at. That's what I was thinking. So this one day, my dog is barking outside, and it's nighttime. I see this lady and like 2 kids in front of my driveway, and I yelled at them. I was like, my dog's not friendly. Like, stop looking at my dog, basically, and move on. Comes to find out that wasn't the lady who I thought it was. That was my new next door neighbor who I just yelled at. That was the lady who just moved in with her children, and I just sat here and yelled at her because I thought it was the lady down the street. That's why I just wanted y'all to imagine, like, what would you do? What would your initial reaction be? So that way this can help y'all in the future. I accidentally yelled at my next door neighbor thinking it was somebody else. I felt bad. I felt extremely bad when I found out it was her that I yelled at. So I went through this whole process of like, oh my goodness, I really have to apologize to this lady because I just yelled at her for no reason, and I'm pretty sure she don't know why I yelled at her. She don't know why I was so uptight in the first place. So I went and I wrote her a note, and I gave her a blanket that I had got. It was like a Mother's Day blanket or something. And I apologized because I truly was sorry for yelling at her, thinking she was somebody else. Now, that don't give you the right to like just yell. A bird flew out the window. Now, that don't give you the right to just be yelling at people the way how you see fit. So the lesson of this and the challenge of this video is to love thy neighbor. The challenge is to have a bond with your neighbor, to go talk to your neighbor if you never talked to them before, to go share some good news with your neighbor. Have you ever wondered why in the Bible it says love thy neighbor? Your neighbor is the closest people to you. These are the people that watch your house when you're gone, that take care of the neighborhood. These are the people that build a community with you. So I challenge you this week to go and love your neighbor. Love thy neighbor. In Matthew chapter 20, 36 through 40, people are asking Jesus, what is the greatest commandment in the law? And Jesus said unto them, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with thy soul and thy mind. That is the first and great commandment. And the second, you want to know what the second commandment is? Jesus told us was the greatest. The second commandment Jesus told us that's the greatest is thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Those two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Have you ever wondered why it says love your neighbor? These people are the closest to you. These people will be there if something happened to you. These people can be a beacon of light. These people are there for community. Okay, so that's the challenge for you guys today. Make sure you comment, subscribe, and like, do all of that, because it's about to be on and popping for the next 30 days, okay? If you ready, comment below and tell me that you're ready, because baby, I'm so ready.